guys, I'm Cole, and today we're here with Mark Kilby of the Luray Zoo in Luray, Virginia. Hello, Mark.
Hello.
What do you have there?
I have a Gila lizard. Now, some people call him the Gila Monster. I don't see the monster in this, but it's a lizard that lives in the western part of the United States, but it got the notorious name as Gila Monster because it is a venomous lizard.
How long do these lizards get, or how big?
Well, there's a few different subspecies of the Gilas. They can get upwards of 2 feet in length, maybe a little bit over that, but that's about their maximum size, about 2 feet. So it's not really a big, very big lizard.
What do they eat in their natural environment?
Anything that's alive, or even they'll eat eggs, they'll eat mice, they'll eat little birds, they'll eat insects, they'll eat arachnids. So they have a very variety of food.
What do you feed them here?
Mostly rodents, frozen thawed mice. The easiest thing, they do well with them. That's what I feed them with.
So what kind of environment do they live in?
They live in the deserts and rocky outcrop areas of Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada, that range in this country. They like living in rocks, hiding a lot, because a lot of the animals do consume them. Hawks will eat them, and out west a lot of hawks. So they live in an environment that they can hide and then come out when food is available. They can go a fairly long time without eating, so they're not out and about all the time. Gila monsters are considered endangered in most of their areas, but their populations are fairly stable, but they're hard to find. So it's hard to actually tell how many there are out there, but they are doing fairly well.
Are these Gilas active during the day or the night?
Depends on the time of year. It's like most reptiles, during the springtime, when it's cold at night and it gets warm, they'll be out basking. And so you'll see them more active during the daytime. Now, in the heat of the summer, they're going to be more active at night because it's too hot to come out during the day, so they're coming out at night. So you'd find them during the nighttime. So it depends on the time of year.
What is your favorite thing about these lizards?
Easy going. Not much of a problem with handling them. They got claws on their feet, but they're not really scratchers. They hang on, but they're not really about like iguanas hanging on. Boy, they hurt. When Gilas are hanging on, they don't hurt a lot. In most cases, they're fairly docile lizards. You can get a frisky one every now and then, because if you get bit by this, it's going to be a lot of pain, going to be some probably tears, maybe coming off some money, but it's not. I don't consider it lethal. Probably can't even find a situation where a person actually died of a Gila bite, but they're not really a bitey lizard unless it's an aggressive one. And if you ever kept lizards as pets, like an iguana or even a chameleon, you'll find that some of them are really easygoing and some are a little bit, out there. So it really depends on the individual personality. This guy is really easygoing. That's why I use him for educational programs.
How often do these lizards have babies or eggs?
Well, these are egg layers, and about every other year, sometimes every year. It really depends on the food supply. Food supply is a big factor in a lot of animals reproducing. If there's a lot of food, they'll make a lot of kids. Food is minimal, small amount of kids or no kids. So they look at the environment. If the environment cannot support more of them, they're not going to make more. So it really depends. So in captivity, since they're cared for, they reproduce every year and lay a lot of eggs because it's a bounty. But in the wild, it could be a drought. It could be where there's a disease flowing through the birds and mammals. And so their population is going to be stabilized because of the fact that there's not enough food. There won't be egg laying. There won't be babies born, so there won't be food for them. So they will reduce reproduction. It all plays a big role in how good the environment is at that point, or how many babies or eggs, whichever the case might be, that they will produce.
Thank you, Mark, for introducing us to the Gila lizards.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to thank Luray Zoo for having us come out here and interviewing Mark about these Gila lizards. And if you're liking this series, don't forget to leave a big thumbs up, and see you next week.